Hey, what's up guys? My name is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and if you're watching this video, then you probably fall into the 1% of people that's actually really into mobile devices. I mean, you guys live and breathe mobile devices. If I made a mistake in this video, you guys will be sure to call me out. And you guys do it a lot, actually. But beyond that, there's actually three major groups of people that actually buy smartphones. Group number one, when my contract is up, I'm going to the store and I want to get the iPhone. Group number two, well, I don't really want an iPhone. Maybe it's more than what I need, or I don't care for Apple, or my last iPhone broke. I want to try out a Samsung Galaxy. And group number three, they really don't really care what they have. They just want a phone to Facebook or communicate with friends and family, and they don't want to spend a lot of money. And today I'm talking to group number three. There's a ton of smartphones out there, but today we're going to really focus on the $200 smartphone. Is it worth it? Like, what is the $200 smartphone good for? I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja, and let's investigate. This is the Blu Vivo 5. And if you're not familiar with Blu, they've been consistently pumping out budget devices. They have phones from $100 to $349. But let's focus on that sweet point of $200. This is the Vivo 5, and what's nice about Blu is that out of the box, you're ready to go. It comes with power adapter, USB-C cable, USB-C to standard USB adapter, a pair of headphones with the gels, a case, and a nice screen protector. Inside, you get some pretty decent specs too, like 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB built-in storage, a multi-purpose slot for SD cards or dual SIMs, 5.5-inch display, and a large 3,159 milliamp battery, which should last at least for a day. But if you are a light user, then you can get about 2 days on it. Now, if you compare this phone directly to a phone that's 3 times the price, like the S7, you won't get 3 times a better phone, period. When buying a brand new phone with the name like Samsung or Apple, you are paying the name brand tax. Look, I get it. We all want the latest phone, but for everybody, this may not be an option, or they may not even care about it. And honestly, this phone is no slouch in the design department. The build is all metal, and it has this textured backing, and it doesn't smudge or get fingerprints or anything like that at all. It does weigh less than 5 ounces. It has dual speakers at the bottom, and it gets louder than even some of the high-end phones, like the S7. The phone just feels premium, and it's built for the long haul. It just feels like this phone is worth way more than its price tag. The camera is 13 megapixels, and the selfie cam is a solid 5 megapixels. And look, it's not the best cell phone camera in the world, but it's very passable in decent lighting. In low light or even indoors, this camera isn't really great. I mean, you'll see a bunch of noise, and you will get some light streaks. But overall, the camera is actually decent when you have good lighting. I mean, it does pretty good with color reduplication, and also when you have HDR on, it does a great job bringing in the highlights and also the lows. Also, another feature that I like is the ultra pixel mode, and that takes 5 photos and it stitches them together to make one super crisp photo. Beyond that, this camera is pretty status quo, shooting 1080p with digital stabilization at 30 frames per second, and the video is passable. Once again, with the camera, you're not going to get anything that wows people, but it's nothing that is like something really bad where you don't feel confident taking a photo. I mean, if you're at an event outside or anything with nice lighting, you should feel very confident grabbing it out your pocket and taking a photo. The screen is AMO LED, so that means the colors are super poppy, the blacks look amazing, and the overall viewing angles are superb as well. Now, one thing about AMO LEDs is that at times they're not accurate with color, and this one is no exception. But for everyday use, I think the screen is downright good looking. This device runs Android 5.1, and Blu isn't really known for timely updates, but the same goes for Samsung as well. So it's just one of those things to expect when you're getting a device that has a skin on it, whether it's Samsung or Blu, that updates are few and far in between. Although Blu did mention they will make an effort to get this one up to date, so it's one of those wait and see moments. Now, something that you will see with a lot of phones, budget or even flagship phones, is that they come bundled with tons of software, stuff you may not want nor need, or sometimes is even redundant. Also, it's a pain in the butt to remove it. This phone comes pretty clean. There are a few things like Amazon's apps and McAfee, but after that, that's really it. Now, Blu does give you some of their applications like File Explorer, a sound recorder, a compass. I mean, things you can get in the Play Store, but if you are given this phone as a gift, they're pretty much good to go right out of the box. They don't have to go in the Play Store and add these extra items. It's already available. There's also the ability to customize more than just the icons and launcher. You can adjust the theme from their theme store, and there are some plenty interesting ones in there. Or check this out, there is a Chameleon app. It lets you take a picture and then grab colors from that picture and apply it to a theme. How cool is that? Performance is great for normal tasks. Hangouts, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, web browsing, listening to tunes on Spotify, all that stuff. This phone performs pretty well. Only time you'll see it start to shutter is when you're playing 3D games. So Dead Trigger or Riptide GP, all those games, I mean, those are gonna shutter a bit on this phone. I mean, these are some really high-end games. So, but beyond that, like the average person doing average everyday tasks, email, contacting people, video calls, all that stuff, the phone will run just as good as pretty much anything else out there right now. It just may take a few more seconds to load. And once again, it's a $200 phone, so we need to keep that expectation in mind. And since we're talking about the price, let's compare it to other phones like the Honor 5X and the Moto G and the Antutu benchmarks. As you see from this graph, the Vivo is leading the pack when it comes to the overall score. So let's get back to the question. Are $200 phones worth it? I think so, but it really depends on the brand. I mean, you have options from Huawei, from Blu, and even Motorola. It's about finding the right one that's for you. Now, if you want a metal build, a actual real metal build with USB-C, then obviously this phone is for you. Now, if this phone isn't for you, maybe it's for someone else. Maybe it's for your mom, your dad, or even that person who needs their first phone, or really you're getting them a phone so you can contact them because they suck at answering their house phone. Whatever the case may be, a $200 phone, I mean, it's just one of those things that is just so cheap, it's like, why not? You know, I just kind of wanted to make this video to sort of talk about this because this is a conversation I actually had with my mom recently because I was telling her about this phone and she said it's $200. And I said, look, Mom, I'll prove to you that a $200 phone can beat some of the phones you're looking at right now. And that is the case with the Vivo 5. Look, if this video helped you out, make sure you use my links down below because you can get this phone on Amazon right now for $200 out the door, none of the other stuff, no contracts or anything like that. So, yeah. My name is Kevin the Tech Ninja. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone who would be interested in a phone like this. And I'll holler at you guys later.